The Devil Wears Prada tells the story of a young woman named Andy Sachs. She enters the world of a fashion magazine called Runway. Her boss, Miranda Priestley, is the most powerful and strict person in the fashion world. Andy only wants to be an assistant for 1 year. Then she hopes to become a reporter. But under great pressure at work, she begins to change. She changes her clothes, her lifestyle, and even starts to lose her old self. The main character is Andrea Sachs. Her friends call her Andy. She is 22 years old. She just finished college. She studied journalism in school. She wants to be a real journalist. She wants to write important stories. She moves to New York City to find a job. New York is a big city with many people. Many young people go there to find work. Andy applies to many newspapers and magazines. She sends her resume to many places. She hopes someone will call her back. One day, she gets a call for an interview at Runway magazine. Runway is a top fashion magazine. It is known around the world. Many famous people read it. The assistant to the editor-in-chief leaves the job. The editor-in-chief is Miranda Priestley. Andy does not know much about fashion. She wears a blue sweater and a skirt. She does not look like the other people at Runway. She does not wear makeup. She wears flat shoes. She feels a little strange when she walks into the building. The person who interviews Andy is Emily Charlton. Emily is Miranda's first assistant. Emily wears expensive clothes. She is thin and stylish. She speaks in a fast way. She looks at Andy's clothes. She does not look happy. She asks Andy many questions. Andy says she is smart and works hard. She says she learns fast. Emily does not think Andy is right for the job. But Miranda wants to meet Andy anyway. Andy goes into Miranda's office. The office is very nice. It has large windows. It looks over the city. Miranda looks at Andy's clothes. She does not say much. She asks a few questions. Andy tells her she is very hardworking. Andy says she was the editor of her college newspaper. She says she can do many things at the same time. Miranda gives her the job. Many girls want this job, but Miranda chooses Andy. Andy is surprised. She thinks it is a chance to get a better job later. She plans to work for 1 year. Then she wants to work at a newspaper like The New Yorker. She thinks this job will open doors for her. Andy starts working at Runway. Her job is to help Miranda. She must answer the phone. She must get coffee. She must pick up clothes from designers. She must return clothes to designers. She must take notes. She must do many small tasks. Emily tells her what to do. Emily is very busy. She does not have time to be nice to Andy. Emily talks very fast. She uses many fashion words. Andy does not always understand her. Andy learns that Miranda is very hard to please. Miranda wants things done fast. She wants things done perfectly. She never says thank you. She does not care if Andy is tired. She only cares about the work. Miranda gives orders in a quiet voice. People have to listen very carefully. If they miss one word, they make a mistake. Miranda does not like mistakes. On Andy's first day, Miranda gives her many tasks. Andy tries her best, but she makes mistakes. She does not know who the famous designers are. She does not know the right way to hang clothes. She brings the wrong coffee for Miranda. Miranda wants hot coffee with a little milk. Andy brings coffee with sugar. Miranda is not happy. She looks at Andy with cold eyes. Andy feels very small. The other people at Runway do not talk to Andy much. They think she does not fit in. They wear high heels and nice dresses. Andy wears comfortable shoes and sweaters. They talk about fashion all day. Andy does not know what they are saying. She feels like an outsider. One day, a man named Nigel works with Andy. He is a top designer at Runway. He has worked there for many years. He tells Andy she does not care about fashion. He says she's just watching from outside. He says she thinks she is better than everyone else. Andy gets upset. She goes to her friend, Lily. Lily works at an art gallery. Andy complains about Miranda. She says Miranda is a mean person. Lily tells her to leave the job. But Andy says she will not give up. She wants to prove herself. One day, Miranda calls Andy into her office. Miranda is not happy with Andy's style. She tells Andy that she does not try hard enough. Miranda says she sees potential in Andy. But Andy must change. Miranda says Andy is smart, but smart is not enough. After this talk, Andy goes to Nigel. She asks for his help. Nigel agrees to help her. He gives her clothes and shoes from the closet at Runway. He tells her to dress better. He takes her to the storage room. The storage room is full of beautiful clothes. Nigel picks out a pair of high heels. He picks out a skirt and a top. He tells Andy to wear them. Andy starts to change her look. She wears stylish clothes. She wears high heels. She gets a new haircut. She wears makeup. The people at Runway notice the change. They start to treat her better. Even Emily looks at her differently. One day, Emily says, "Andy looks nice." That is a big change. Andy also learns to do her job faster. She learns what Miranda wants before Miranda says it. She learns the names of all the designers. She learns the right way to set up a room for a photo shoot. She learns how to handle dry cleaning. She learns how to get reservations at restaurants. She becomes very good at her job. Miranda starts to trust her more. One day, Miranda gives Andy a big task. She must get the unpublished Harry Potter book. The book is for Miranda's twin daughters. The book is not out yet. No one has it. Andy does not know how to get it. She calls many people. She calls publishers and bookstores. She finally finds a copy. She drives to Miranda's house to give it to the daughters. Miranda is happy. She starts to give Andy harder tasks. Andy works late every night. She does not sleep much, but she keeps going. Miranda has to go to Paris for Fashion Week. Fashion Week is a big event. Designers show their new clothes. Many important people come from all over the world. Miranda usually takes Emily to Paris. Emily loves Paris. She works hard all year for this trip. She lost weight for the trip. She bought new clothes for the trip. But Miranda decides to take Andy instead. Miranda thinks Andy is working better than Emily. Emily gets sick. She cannot go. Andy feels bad for Emily. But she also wants to go to Paris. Paris is a beautiful city. It is the center of fashion. In Paris, Andy works very hard. She goes to many shows. She meets famous designers. She takes notes for Miranda. She brings Miranda's coats and bags. She does everything right. Miranda starts to talk to Andy more. One night, Miranda tells Andy about her life. She says her marriage is ending. Her husband wants a divorce. Miranda looks sad. Andy sees that Miranda is a real person with problems. Miranda is not just a boss. She is a woman with a family. She has 2 daughters. She has to take care of them. Andy feels sympathy for her. In Paris, Andy also meets a writer named Christian Thompson. He is handsome and smart. He likes Andy. They spend time together. Christian knows many people in fashion. He helps Andy with some work. He tells her about the fashion world. Andy enjoys talking to him. She feels like she belongs in Paris. She feels like she's becoming someone new. One night in Paris, Miranda tells Andy some bad news. The head of the company that owns Runway is getting old. He wants to retire. A new person will take his place. The new person might fire Miranda. Miranda asks Andy to help her. She wants Andy to tell her if she hears anything about this. Andy agrees to help. But then Andy learns something. The new person who will lead the company is a man named Irv. Miranda does not like Irv. She does not want him to be her boss. Miranda makes a plan. She tells a famous designer that she will leave Runway to work with him. She tells people about this. Then Irv hears about it. He knows that if Miranda leaves, the magazine will lose money. Many designers will leave with her. The magazine will not be famous anymore. So Irv says Miranda can keep her job. He gives her a better position. To do this, Miranda has to take the job of her old friend, Nigel. Nigel thought he would get that job. He worked hard for it for many years. But Miranda takes it from him without feeling bad. Andy sees Miranda hurt Nigel. She does not think it is right. She feels bad for Nigel. Nigel helped her when she was new. He was kind to her. Now Miranda took his dream job. When they are in the car after the event, Miranda explains her actions. She says everyone wants the life she has. She says to be successful, you have to make hard choices. She says she did not want to hurt Nigel, but she had to save herself. Andy looks at Miranda. She starts to think about her own life. She does not want to become like Miranda. Andy and Miranda return to New York. Andy goes back to work, but she feels different. She does not want to hurt people to get ahead. She sees that Miranda is powerful, but also lonely. Miranda's family is not happy. Her daughters are sad. She has no real friends. She has people who work for her, but no one who loves her. One day, Andy is with Miranda at a fashion show. She sees Miranda get into a car. Miranda looks tired and cold. Andy decides she does not want that life. She leaves the show. She goes to find her old friends. She goes to see Lily. Lily is happy to see her. Andy says she is sorry for not being a good friend. She says she forgot what is important. The next day, Andy goes to the Runway office. She wants to quit. She goes to Miranda's office. Miranda is working. Andy says she cannot do the job anymore. She thanks Miranda for the chance. She leaves her phone on Miranda's desk. The phone is for work. She does not want it anymore. She does not want Miranda to call her at any time. She wants her own life back. Miranda looks up. She says Andy will regret this. She says Andy will never get a job like this again. Andy says she does not think so. Andy walks out of the office. She goes to the elevator. She leaves the building. She is wearing her old clothes again. She feels free. After Andy leaves Runway, she goes to find a new job. She goes to a newspaper office. She has an interview. The man at the newspaper looks at her resume. He sees she worked for Miranda Priestley. He is impressed. He asks her many questions. He wants to know what she learned. He says he wants to hire her. Then the man gets a phone call. It is a fax from Miranda. Andy thinks the fax will say bad things about her. She thinks Miranda is angry. She thinks Miranda will tell the man not to hire her. But the fax says something else. It says Andy was the best assistant Miranda ever had. It says she is hardworking and smart. It says any company would be lucky to have her. The man reads the fax. He smiles at Andy. He gives her the job. Andy is very happy. She starts her new job. She writes stories. She works with nice people. She does not have to be mean to anyone. She stays friends with Lily and her other old friends. She learns that success does not mean hurting others. She learns that being yourself is more important. It is more important than fancy clothes. It is more important than big titles. She learns that a job is just a job. Your values are more important. One day, Andy is walking down the street in New York. She sees Miranda. Miranda is getting out of a car. She is on her way to a fashion show. Miranda sees Andy. She looks at Andy for a moment. Andy smiles at her. Miranda smiles back a little. Then Miranda gets into a car and drives away. Andy continues walking. She feels good about her life. She made her own choice. She did not become like Miranda. She kept her kindness and her values. She has a job she loves. She has friends who care about her. She has her own life. Work is important, but being true to yourself is more important. Andy learned that lesson. She will never forget it.